I'm going to project the passage. Don't be distracted. Just focus. Get the sequence. At least you may not get 5 out of 5. At least get the topic sentence correct. Let's look at the sequence. For the majority of you have come back and said, E is the topic sentence. Let's find out why. Let's go back. Why has everybody saying E is the topic sentence? Let's address that first. One of the key criticisms leveled against the Modi government in its ongoing war on black money was that it had done very little to tackle the prodigious use of unaccounted money in elections. Okay, let's understand why most of you have come back and said E, but okay. Now let's address this, right? If I look at A, it says under extant laws, political parties were free to accept cash without limit as donations, subject to all contributions. B says for donors who seek anonymity, the idea of electoral bearer bonds has been mooted. What's mooted? Suggested, okay? Or it's been kind of considered or regarded as an option to explore, okay? A cap of 2,000 has been imposed on cash donations. Filing of income tax returns has been made mandatory for political parties to claim tax exemption. But the finance minister has proposed change in. So I know F cannot be my topic sentence, obviously, and nobody has even mentioned that as a topic sentence because of my antonym hint word but, okay? But the reason why most of you came back and said E, majority of them, right? But if you look at the context, at least all the other points that we've mentioned, it's talking about cash, non-cash mode, accepting cash, cash donations, repeat words, right? These are repeat words. Remember, you'll have to look for repeat words as well. Why is this happening? And when or why is this coming into play? Why has it been made mandatory, right? There has to be some context prior to this. Why has filing of income tax returns been made mandatory? Present perfect tense has been made mandatory for political parties. Why? There has to be some context, no, explaining that. This almost looks like in fact, I would say, almost looks like a closing sentence. This is all that happened, and the reason, because of that, this has come into play. Right? It's almost like a standard or a rule that has been established. Boss, this is what you need to do. So I can't say D is my topic sentence. However, there is a clue phrase in E. Can somebody identify the clue phrase in E and tell me why E is the topic sentence? Who is going to tell me that? The next is, 2 of you said A. I will come back to that. But for the most part, most of you came back and said E is the topic sentence. Can you identify a clue phrase? I'm saying clue phrase, not even a word. A clue phrase in E which is addressing all the repeat words and certain words that I have highlighted in other points. What is that phrase? Let's see. Just apply a little bit of reasoning. Unaccounted money. Unaccounted money. This whole passage is revolving around that. Not one of the key. One of the key criticisms leveled against the Modi government. What's the subject? What is the passage talking about? What is it addressing? Black money. What is happening of this? The unaccounted money in elections. Same thing, right? Unaccounted money only is black money. Correct. These two I will say. Unaccounted money is nothing but black money. So, if you look at the context, A is giving me some information about that. What is happening to the unaccounted money? How are they using this money? What is it used for? That's why, because A is expanding on E, A cannot be the topic sentence. The crux or the base or the foundation of this passage is in E. It is introducing the context. It is saying, hey boss, this is what's happening to all that black money, unaccounted money. This is what's happening. Then they bring in rules and laws saying, you know what, we'll have to control this somehow. How do we control it? Let's put in measures. How do we put in measures? So ask questions, guys. So this is the first question that you will ask if you're confused, right? See again, Like I said, the technique might remain the same, but the approaches might be slightly different, jumble sentence to jumble sentence. So in this jumble sentence, I have in fact paid attention to the grammar part of it, right? I'm looking at D and I'm saying, how do I eliminate the wrong option as my topic sentence, right? Why has filing of tax returns been made mandatory? Something should have happened, no, before that, for it to have been made mandatory. Something not right should have happened. That's why they made this mandatory as a rule to be followed. This is how can I control that something that is illegal that has happened. So D cannot be my topic sentence, right? And A is explaining, elaborating on where the money is used for. Look at A, it says, under extant laws, political parties were free to accept cash without limit as donations. Subject to all contribution excess of rupees 20,000 being disclosed. So only some amount is being disclosed to the Election Commission by way of a report. Everything else is going as donation. So E is my topic sentence. Perfect. Now, remember when I was explaining, I added a lot of, I gave you a structure. I know the problem. Unaccounted money, how is it used? Look for sentences where it is talking about how it is used. A is one of the sentence, right? Any other sentence? Elaborating on that, look for that. Then what measures have been put in place to control this? Who said what? What did they bring into place? Look for repeat words. Now let's form links. Now tell me what can be the next best sequence after E. Most of you again have come back and said A, right? Let me go back and see your answers. A. Majority have come back and said EA. Do you agree? One way it's being used is donations. Anything else? That's about it, right? This is the only other way. So it has to be EA. Now we know the problem. We know the problem is unaccounted money, black money. What is it used for? These guys are using it in the form of donations. So is somebody doing something about it? Which is the sentence that is addressing that? What can be the following sequence? Yes, it contradicts E, but I need to have A in between, no? So ideally, where should F come? After I have the supporting point elaborating on E. What has to follow A? Why? Why has it been? How did this? Okay, I'm asking another question. I have donors and donations. That could be a link there, right? There could be a link between BC or CB, whatever the link is. But these two, how did it come into place? Yes, F. The finance minister's proposed change in 27 budget to cleanse the system of political funding. Where the political funding is happening? Here, to accept cash without limit as donations. This is how these guys are using the money, right? EAF. Now that he has brought the change, so what are all the changes that he has brought into place? What is the change? Now you look at B and C and tell me which one will it be? What will follow? What's the first thing? What's the first change, boss? 2,000, that's it, max. If you want to donate, you can't donate more than 2,000. A cap of rupees 2,000 has been imposed on cash donations. Now, for those of them who want to donate this, let's say they don't want to be known, right? So, for donors who seek anonymity, there's a direct link there between the donors and the donations. The idea of electoral bearer bonds has been suggested. Mooted means suggested, put forward. Okay, this is something that you can explore. You can purchase from authorized banks in non-cash mode and gift it to political parties. We don't have an issue with that. EAF, C, B, and what's left? D. Filing of income tax returns has been made mandatory for political parties to claim tax exemption. That is it. It is not an easy passage. Agreed. You'll have to ask a lot of questions, apply a lot of reasoning, logical reasoning, right? Because unfortunately there's not many hint words, antonym hint words, synonym hint words, except for that but, right? So I need to understand the context. And then figure out the logical sequence, right? So I completely understand for a lot of you, it might be all over the place, but if you actually connect the dots, it will make sense. Okay, I'm sure most of you would have at least got 1 mark topic sentence correct, and maybe last one, I don't know, or somewhere in between. EAF CBD. Let's quickly finish off the questions. So I'm going to write this EAF CBD, right? If this is the case, which is following first sentence, E. Second sentence, A. Third sentence, F. Fourth sentence, C. Last sentence is D. Okay.